Hello everyone, my name is Kamal. Welcome to another Path of Exile PlayStation 4 video. Today we're going to look at the build that I've been using just for funsies. This is my fun, low-level farmer, I guess. And it is a cast while channeling Cyclone Chieftain. Fireballs on fireballs on fireballs, aka Jerry Lee Lewis, Great Balls of Fire. So, key points that are highly suggested for this build. You're going to want Ngamahu's Flame Axe, of course. Amazing axe for this build. And on it, doesn't have to be linked, but you want Combustion, greater multiple projectiles, Fork, added fire damage, fire penetration, and elemental damage with attacks. That's going to apply all of these to the Molten Burst that happens on this on hit, on the axe chance on hit, 20% chance on hit. There we go. There we go. The next thing that I would suggest will be Hrimnor's Resolve, basically because it adds additional fire damage, a decent amount of armor, as well as life, cold resistance, and as long as you've used a cold spell recently, or a fire spell, fire skill recently, you don't get frozen. That's pretty cool. I like that. On this build, I do also use Belly of the Beast. It's not required, but it is suggested. Just an overall amazing piece of armor. Zoph's Blood Amber Amulet. It's going to give you, well, Avatar of Fire, so you can save a skill point there. The penetrating of 10% fire resistance, which is great. Cover the enemies in ash, all that good fun stuff. Lahoop Da'al. Most of the other stuff that's on this build is just stuff that I found. This because, well, it's pretty goddamn good. You know, it's pretty nice for the build. Random rare boots that fit the build, and then same thing with gloves. So on this we have Flammability, just for a cast when needed. Anger. Over here we have Molten Shell, cast when needed. Summon Stone Golem that I try to keep up, and Herald of Ash. Now Herald of Ash and Anger are going to increase your fire damage. Here we have increased critical strike, leap slam, fortify, and faster attacks. The increased crit is, well, you know, it's for funsies. And let's see. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. So with the Cyclone build, what you want is Cyclone, Fire Penetration, Greater Multiple Projectiles, Cast when Channeling, and Magma Orb. Now that's pretty much the gist of the gear. Let's look at the passive skill tree. Now the passive skill tree, I have come down and gotten the fire wheel over there, which I can't seem to. There we go. That right there. Damage penetrates 8, or damage with weapons penetrate 8 fire resistance. That's really good. Plus 30, 42, 54% increased fire damage with attack skills. That's really, really beneficial. You want to come over here and get point blank, because that will cause anything that you throw out to be doing more damage as long as it's closer. The reason for the crit is up here for Elemental Equilibrium, 40% more elemental damage if you've crit in the past 8 seconds. If you're using a build with Leap Slam, you're probably going to be Leap Slamming a lot, so when you're Leap Slamming, you have increased critical strike chance on Leap Slam. It's more likely that you will actually get the Elemental Overload from it. More fire damage. The reason we go down here is for Inevitability. Now, with the Inevitability Cobalt Gem, I was actually just informed that with at least 40% intelligence in the radius, you don't have to allocate that. All these years, I thought that had to be allocated. I was wrong. You just have to have 4 nodes that add 10 intellect. So, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. Same thing over here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So, there you go, Inevitability here as well. More fire damage, more fire damage. You can see a repetitive thing with this build. As much fire damage, as much fire penetration, and elemental damage as possible. Now, this build is not going to be able to push in-game content super hard. This is a moderately expensive, not too crazy expensive, low-level farmer. I like this build because it is aesthetically just very, very fun. So there we go. Then over here, of course, we have Iron Grip because you want the strength to apply to the projectiles. Now, let's run it, shall we? This is going to be a Glacier Map, just a Tier 2 Glacier Map. Like I said, this map, or this build, is not for pushing in-game content. You will not push in-game content with this build. You can, however, have a fair amount of fun and run through shit pretty quickly, just because it's a very fast-paced, lots of fireball build. Got Elemental Equilibrium up, which is nice. Going to be doing 40% more damage. And then as long as we're doing crits, you know, it'll come back up and it'll stay up. So you're popping your Leap Slam. Jesus, criminy the amount of interface lag. But it's quick, easy, clear. Lots of stuff cleared really quickly just because of the amount of fireballs that are being spit out. I've seen that a lot of people run this on like a Deadeye build like this. I just think that Chieftain is fun. I like Chieftains, I like this axe, and I figured it would be the perfect combination of running all of this stuff together. You get a Chieftain because he does have the additional damage to fire. I guess I didn't show the Ascendancy, which I could, but you've got the additional fire damage and the additional breaking through of fire resistance, which just makes the build a bit more workable, I guess, is the best way to describe it. I'm not very good at talking while I play. Don't worry about it. Don't judge me. Let's see what we got down here. It looks like we got some splinters, one splinter, a couple pieces of currency being the silver coins, which don't really matter too much. As you can see, though, a lot of life, very quick, easy, just run through everything, all must die, destroy it all kind of build. Not, like I said, the greatest build for pushing in-game content, but that's not what this build was made for. This build is made strictly just to enjoy yourself, you know? Have some fun, have something unique. I did have some help from a couple of my amazing Discordians. Reskin and Kamiko helped me restructure the build a little bit to, you know, to make it a little bit better, because I was having a large amount of issues with the build. I wasn't able to get it to work right. So what did I do? I asked my community for help, because, well, in my community, that's what it is. We ask each other for help. We try to, you know, go as far as we can without shooting ourselves in the foot to help the other people in the community. It's a very family-like community over there, which I have a great amount of respect for everyone in the community. Everyone works together, and we all kind of, you know, we try to make the game as fun and as easy for as many people as possible. If you guys do want to join the Discord, there are links in the description for Discord. Please come over, say what's up. We are welcoming to all friendly faces. And there it is. The map's done. It's been ran. It's been completed. Like I said, not an in-game build, not a super strong build, not a super tough build, but it is a really fun build. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys like this content, if you want to see more videos like this, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, make sure you hit that bell button and destroy it so you know when there are new videos coming out. And if you want to show any type of monetary support, there are links down in the description. I'm out.